This is day 3 of my Black History Month vlog series titled The Eve Gene. In yesterday's vlog, The Origins of Christianity, I said I would tackle the claim that Eve was created from Adam's rib. As a truth seeker who likes to ask questions, I decided to ask whether this was true. Let's start with the claim that Adam was made first. According to genetics, chromosomes are the building blocks of human life. A woman has XX chromosomes and a man has XY chromosomes. It's clear to see that the male chromosome has a missing rib. But for Eve to have been made from Adam's rib, he would have had to have started off with an XX chromosome, which would have made him a woman. Geneticists have discovered that all human embryos start out as female. Now, before you say with God all things are possible, the great creator wouldn't go against his or her own laws of creation. This is a complex topic, but when I was writing the first edition of my novel, I channeled information about the XX and XY chromosomes in year 8. Claiming Eve was made from Adam's rib put women in a position of servitude to men, created with no other purpose than to be a helpmate for him. How male chauvinist is that? Men are supposed to protect the women. Secondly, Western science has already proven that the bones of the first human being were those of a black woman, which they named Lucy. Why not Eve? I left church in 2007 and entered the Black conscious community. I visited the British Museum in 2010, where I saw one of my ancestors on display, a mummified Egyptian. I can't really explain it, but it was like I felt a pulling towards it. And soon after, I started channeling messages from my ancestors. 46,000 words of Journey of a Sister were channeled, meaning they came through me rather than from me. In year 8, I included a message which said, I was here first. Man came out of woman. He came out of she. Male came out of female. And he came out of her. See, it's hidden in the words. Question: why was religion used to suppress the feminine energy? In year 8 of Journey of a Sister, I shared information about the black woman carrying the mother of all genes, mitochondrial DNA. mDNA is only found in women, and since it has been scientifically proven that all races can trace their DNA back to the black woman, she is rightfully known as the mother of all nations. Also known as the Eve gene, mitochondrial DNA is responsible for all variations of human beings. Extract from year 8 of Journey of a Sister. It dawns on Cezanne that Eve had been blamed for the fall of the whole of humanity, indirectly blaming the black woman. However, before European religions were created, women held a high position in society. It was the custom amongst Nubians that when a king died and left only a son, if he had a nephew, the son of his sister would reign instead of his own son. In other words, inheritance came through the woman, not the man. Yet somehow this had all been turned upside down. The divine feminine was removed from the creation story, and Eve was accused of causing the downfall of humanity, resulting in women being forced to become subservient to men. Cezanne learns that the Christian cross she still wears is a direct derivative of the Ankh cross, which originated in ancient Kemet. The loop of the Ankh represents the womb, and the elongated bottom part represents the phallus. The line in the middle represents the two coming together to create life. With Christianity being a patriarchal religion, the loop representing the feminine principle was removed and replaced with another, smaller phallus. It then became the symbol of death instead of life. With the help of their religions, the masculine energy became dominant, forming a patriarchal mindset which allowed men to dominate women. Cezanne realizes that it's the lack of feminine energy on the planet which has created an imbalance, and that the masculine and feminine energies need to become equal to create equilibrium. She believes women are naturally more intuitive than men and more in touch with their feelings, while men tend to act out of ego rather than emotion. Their need for power, status, and control causes them to oppress the one thing they cannot live without: the woman. By claiming that Eve was made from Adam's rib, allowed their religions to put women in a position lower than men, instead of beside them. She thinks about how far women are from remembering themselves, putting themselves back together again, and wonders what she can do to help them regain their rightful position in the world. My next post, Jesus and his Divine Mother, further proves that the Divine Mother was here first, and that her yoni plays a big part of religion hidden in plain sight. Subscribe to this channel and click on the notification button so you are alerted when the next videos in this series go up. Share this blog series with your friends and family and on social media to help spread the truth.